Boom, 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 boom. What is up? What is up?
Then nigga see them guts, freak.
Let me see them pussy lip, girl. As always, it's your boy Wildcard in the building, Detroit man in the building, and of course we got.
I don't care what you've been told. It ain't the butterfly. It's a Tootsie Roll.
And our residential white boy Nick, the big homie Nick Shine.
Half.
Back in the building.
I think we've declared by now I'm half white boy. And then the other half is pure soul.
Hey,
soul. That's why he has a CKL in his name.
But no, welcome.
I'm usually late to the show. I should have a CPT in my name.
That's the other half.
That's the other half.
I said soul. I go hand in hand.
I got soul.
What's up, boy?
And I'm super bad.
Good, man. What up, though?
Oh, man, always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's having a great Monday.
Mark, turn your volume up on your mic if you can. You're a lot lower than Mel is.
Either that or you're just a lot loud as fuck, bro.
Just stick it closer to your mouth.
Whoa.
You be used to that.
I don't like a lot of things close to my mouth like that, bro.
Sounds like one of my late night Google searches.
I hope everybody's having a fantastic Monday. Of course, sounds like the boys we're in full effect. Welcome, Mark, Detroit man, the homie. Big Nick Shine. We all in the building. Episode 164, I.O.W. Sports Show. As always, y'all can go ahead, give us a like, share, follow on YouTube. Going over.
What up, Matt?
Matt's in the building. Y'all know how it is.
What up, Matt?
Going over to YouTube. I.O.W. Sports Network is the address. See it scrolling on the bottom of your screen. Give us a like, share, follow. Hit that bell notification. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Show us some love right there. That's where all the content is at. Same address for Instagram, I.O.W. Sports Network. Take the chance to give us a like, share, and follow over there. Don't get too caught up in your Instagram models. And, give us a follow on Instagram. You can always give us a follow on Twitter as well, I.O.W. Sports 1. And most importantly, please go on over to Facebook. I.O.W. Sports Network is the address. See it scroll on the bottom of your screen. That page is set up for you guys. I'm looking at you. You.
Right.
That is for you. You want to give a good sports take. Get the water cooler talk going, debates going. You want to give a sports meme, drop a sports meme to make us all laugh at something funny that just happened in sports related. That's the place to do it. And we emphasize on the word network big time. So if you got your own content, sports, podcast, regular podcast, small business, please let people know the goods and services, content that you have available out there to the public. Drop your stuff. And most importantly, that Cash App, I.O.W. Sports Network. $ in front of it, Cash App. Send $30. You see these exclusive hats that myself and Detroit man are rocking because that's how exclusive they are. That's the only way you can get it. Send $30 to that Cash App address. Give us an actual physical address, and we will mail that hat off to you ASAP. All right? But no. Let's get down to business, man. It's been a minute since the whole I.O.W. Sports crew been together. So, a lot of things going on in the sports world. Let's get it out the way now so that Matt and the big homie can, do their parade for the Yankees right now. Hottest team in baseball. I mean, is there anything close to as hot as the Yankees are? Maybe the Sun. Maybe. That's the only thing.
To be fair, they did split this weekend, and it's like their first non-series win in like months. So losing 2 out of 4.
They play 162 games. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
They gonna lose.
Yeah. And they're gonna lose. They're just doing a lot of winning right now.
If you want to make the playoffs, what do they always say? Play 500 against the elite teams, dominate the bad teams, right?
Which is exactly what they're doing.
Play a 4-game series with the Astros, this time of year, I'm not mad splitting two.
I prefer
You
the
got the
sweep.
best two teams. Yeah, but you got the best two teams in the AL. Very good pitching staffs, as we saw this weekend.
Mhm.
So I'm not mad at that. I'm happy getting out with 2-2. You know, we've been spoiled. Expecting 3 or 4, I think, was a little much, but we've been beating the shit out of the bad teams. That's why our record is so good, and we've been playing above average, a little above 500. But 33 game match was posted at 33 games over 500 before the All-Star break. I mean, we got nothing to complain about. No hitter, I don't give a shit. You can win 20. You can lose 20-19 and hit 4 grand slams, or you can lose with a no hitter. It's still only one game in the loss column. It doesn't carry any more weight. It's cool for them, but fuck them.
I'll say this: point blank. Period. Look, you guys or the Yankees are doing exactly like you said, Nick. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to. You're supposed to beat on the crappy teams. All right.
Right.
When I see them play the Royals or the Tigers, I'm expecting them to win. All right. Point blank. Period. Now, I mean, when they play Baltimore, I'm expecting them to win. Now, when you play Tampa Bay, who's in your division, who's probably your only opponent in your division, you primarily got to worry about. Maybe Toronto. You know,
Boston just moved up to second place, though.
how the hell did that happen?
How the heck that happened? It was
Because Toronto and Tampa Bay got steamrolled by the Yankees, and Boston just kept playing shit teams and rising up.
Boston was down at the dumps. They were so bad.
I mean, they're still 11 games back. Let's not make it sound like they cut it to 4.5.
But I'm just saying the gap that you guys had provided for yourselves. The Yankees gave themselves a gap or a cushion to make sure that, hey, if an injury happens or a small slump happens, you're still in first place. All right, because you're still talking about a lot of gap that Boston and Toronto and Tampa Bay got to close, man. It's still a nice little gap.
Yeah, and Boston's won 7 in a row.
And that's fine.
Blue Jays have lost 3 out of 7, so they gained like 4.5 games last week alone on the Blue Jays. Yeah. So Boston's back 11. Rays and Blue Jays are both 12.5. So it's not like it can't change by Wednesday afternoon. You know what I mean?
No, not at all.
It's a very good cluster with those 3 to see who's going to end up second or third.
Well, you're hoping for pretty much that's almost going to take almost a must swing to close that gap, because you're hoping that the Yankees slow down, and which doesn't look like it's happening no time soon. So you got a lot of hoping and wishing of what can happen to close that gap. The Yankees are just doing exactly, and I spoke about it last week on the late night show. When you get dominant pitching. I mean, I'm getting alerts on my phone every week. It's either Garrett Cole or another Yankees pitcher. They're taking a no-no deep into games. You're taking no-nos deep into games.
Pulled it again the other day into the 6th and ends up with the L.
Yeah, top of the 8th, he gave up a single. So it's literally the combination that most baseball teams are dying to have: dominant pitching and opportunistic and very consistent hitting. You are literally having the best of both worlds when you're getting dominant pitching and you're getting hot hitting at the same time. I mean, you can't get in. If you're a Yankees fan, you're giddy as hell, and so for me, it's amazing how, because I saw the chatter. I saw the chatter at the end of last year. Yankees fans was ready to get rid of Aaron Boone. Hey, get his ass out of
there. He ain't doing nothing great. It's just great pitching against shitty hitting. You got the number 1 pitching staff. It makes you look good. Like, I could go out there and manage the Yankees and they'd be in first place this year. Like, he's not changing games. It's clutch hitting. It's elite pitching. It's one of the greatest pitching staffs since the merger. But I don't say the pitching staff is that great. I just say the fucking hitting is that bad because nobody can hit anymore. It's home run or strikeout, and that's league wide.
Oh yeah, that's league wide. But I also say Aaron Judge is literally playing at an MVP level right now. He's balling out of his damn mind.
Phenomenal.
Because he's not just hitting for home runs; he's hitting for hits. He's getting hits. And he's a defensive end that's literally being used
Do we hit
any
it?
and everywhere.
Yeah, go ahead.
I hit the comment and he removed the comment like instantaneously because we both saw it.
Hey, Santa.
We just came at the same time. Cool.
Whoa. What's going on over
I'm
there?
gonna tell you and the viewers. I said it earlier before you got in there, Mel. This afternoon around 12:30, I'm having a coffee, and I accidentally put the nighttime bud in the bowl instead of the daytime bud in the bowl. So my body is having an inner turmoil battle for the last several hours of, do I nap or do I stay awake? Do I nap or do I stay awake?
Your body over there fighting, don't know what the hell to do.
Hey yo.
Hey,
just in case I haven't said it in a while, fuck Boston.
Hey, Scroggins, hop back in the green room, bro. We're gonna bring you on in just a second to talk some more basketball. We're just gonna hit a couple of more topics, and we're gonna switch over.
I can say it to his face. Yes.
Yeah. You need to say it to Scroggins' face, because he was our residential Celtic guy, his squad came up just a wee bit short, I'm not gonna. All right, so since we're there,
bring him in. Let's do it to his face. Let's not keep him in the back.
Since we there,
what's
up, Mel?
Oh,
what up, though?
What's up, man? You look like you're going to shoot a rap video.
Yeah, you already know how it is, nigga. You already know.
What's up, buddy?
It's a good day to be alive. That's all I know.
Hey, always a pleasure to be alive, man. We all appreciate the chance to breathe air.
We could have a 2-hour debate on that, but I'll let it go.
Oh yeah. So all right, finals is done. Boston came up just a little bit short. You are I.O.W. Sports residential Celtics fan. So talk to us, man. What happened, man? What happened?
Also known as the special needs section.
Yo, this guy got a lot of jokes, but he roots for a lot of New York.
It's about Boston, though.
I don't get
it. You know how much I hate the region.
But no, first off,
personal, brother.
as a Celtics fan, this chance to be in the finals was great for me.
Mm-hmm.
Was great. Like, it was way better than expected. All I really wanted was to beat Brooklyn. That's all I really wanted. Just not because of the people in the chat, because people I know, Dark Side this, Brooklyn this, we got Kyrie, we got KD. So I've been hearing that for the last 2 years.
I feel like I've had diarrhea longer than we actually had Kyrie, though. Like, I've had the bubble guts more than like Kyrie played on the Nets in the last couple of years.
Well, the way it looked like it, we'll talk about it in a second. Don't look like he's going to be there too much longer, but we'll get into it in a second.
Might be gone.
Oh, that man done. He ain't nah. Brooklyn ain't paying. He out of here.
Bleacher Report sent out an alert earlier saying that Kyrie might just opt out now because the Lakers are the only suitor in a trade.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm hearing like the Nets don't want anything that the Lakers have.
So
what would you want?
So real quick, Scroggins.
For Kyrie?
No.
For Kyrie?
No. Hell no.
Not
I am not letting go of Malik Monk. That was the only highlight we had last year.
And that is the only thing worth taking with age and salary. I'm not saying straight up Kyrie for Monk, but that's the only asset worth acquiring.
Man, y'all better take THT.
Maybe if I'm running the team, I take Wayne Ellington because he went to Carolina and that's my boys. But I'm not taking him to move the win needle. I'm taking him because I'm a Carolina guy. But that ain't worth enough. Lakers don't have enough picks, I don't think, with every move they made.
No, they don't have any. They don't have nothing, man. So it's like that.
And I'm sure the Lakers would want to move Westbrook. I'm not buying that shit. You get a third party to take Westbrook.
Nobody wants Westbrook.
Yeah,
the Lakers themselves don't want Westbrook.
Westbrook mama don't want him.
Westbrook's kid even took back the shirt he made for him.
Right.
Yo, this guy got a lot of jokes today.
Just today?
He got jokes every day, bro. He got jokes.
It must be something that he took early that's about to make him go to sleep. So he just letting it all out now.
He took his nighttime weed.
I'm trying to balance it out, man. I'm trying to balance it out.
This motherfucker took
what Anthony say?
I'll trade Kyrie for Lakers next 5 years, draft picks, and give me AD. I want to see the Lakers fall for the next 10 years.
Wow.
You
Well,
can
goddamn.
a month.
Right.
Well, goddamn.
All
I
right,
mean,
so
Realistically.
yeah,
Go ahead.
so
Go
talk
ahead.
to us, Scroggins, man. What do you think is the move for Kyrie? Because obviously he don't want to stay put in Brooklyn.
First of all, I want to start off by saying, fuck Kyrie. He is the NBA version of Aaron Rodgers right now.
Oh wow.
He is the
Ooh.
NBA version of Aaron Rodgers. He do all this chatting and all of that, but only thing he wants is his money. He don't care about nothing else. So fuck him. All right, Brooklyn need to just let him go and let him figure out a solution.
Damn. Tell us how you feel, dog.
No, I'm just saying,
that
like this man is really like just moving like a snake right now. You caused James Harden to leave. Now you pissing Kevin Durant off.
Wait, hold on. Let's not throw James in there. James just don't. James could not like the temperature of outside, and he want to leave.
Hey, I feel you on that, but at the same time, that nigga chose not to get a vaccine too.
Yeah.
That nigga chose. That's what upset James Harden the most. That was the number one thing. Him not getting that vaccine. So that basically was a F you to me, F you to the team.
Yeah.
You gonna do what you want, collect your money, and then dip? Nah. Then now you want to look at us and talk about, yeah, let me get a 5-year max. Nothing else, nothing more. Nah, fuck him. Fuck him. That's all I gotta say. Fuck. And then now you crawling back to LeBron like an ex-girlfriend. Hey, big head. That's what he doing. Like, I miss you. All the times, every time I see him on the podcast, is man, LeBron, man. I was just too immature.
I seen that. I saw my I Am Athlete saying the same shit, dog.
I was just too immature at the time. You forced Boston. You forced your hand in Boston. You gave us hope. You let us down. You left. You gave Brooklyn hope. You let us down. You left. Because that's what's about to happen.
Let me add to that. Boston did make the finals though after a couple of years after he left, so maybe
exactly
the same move.
They made the conference finals with his ass on the bench.
Yeah, sitting right in front of him,
sitting right there, and then you want to disrespect them. You literally said in Boston to them young kids, "Y'all don't have no experience, so I'm going to Brooklyn."
And they done more without him than with him.
Exactly.
I mean, you know, when you make the finals this year, and Boston, y'all made what at least 3-4 consecutive years Eastern Conference Finals.
Fuck LeBron.
No.
Fuck that flopper.
Well, what we made two at IT. I know we made one. Yep. So that'd have been the third one. Kyrie
there
first
was
year.
The one where LeBron slammed it on Thomas's head and jumped over him almost did the Vince Carter in the Olympics on Thomas.
Yeah, I think that was like the first or the second one.
Then so the only thing I remember from the whole series is that LeBron monster dunk off the steal, and IT tried taking the charge, man.
Come on. What was IT thinking? You 5 foot nothing, bro. You ain't taking no charge.
He was pulling the Kardashian because he just wanted to get basketball player nuts on his face.
Wait, what's it? Hold on. God damn.
Yeah. It's that day. No, you're here for a good day, brother. You're here for a good one, man.
It's just, I don't know. Like, the man is upsetting me right now. And it's so laughable because I know so many Kyrie fans. But, like, I respect the man off the court, but on the court right now, you being a bitch.
I think he's just now being what he is off the court. He's being a bitch. The earth is flat. Los Angeles is better.
But Nick, talk to us. You're the Nets fan.
I am a Nets fan. Yeah.
So talk to us. Like, one, how do you feel about Kyrie being there or not being there? And two, how if Kyrie isn't there, how do you feel about your roster without him there?
I was just saying this on a Facebook post that if Kyrie opts out, which might happen, then I think KD's gone within a couple days. I would like to see KD play. If Kyrie opts out, that opens up like max money for us.
Mm-hmm.
So does KD have somebody that he wants? You got Joe Harris coming back next year healthy. You got Curry. You got Drummond. And you got Aldridge if he signs another deal to play there. But I don't think Aldridge will come back because his minutes drastically dropped once we got Drummond.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. But the way KD has been in his career is he will like trade me to Miami, and then we get like what Hero and some other guys. I don't know. I think if one's gone, they're both gone because they went in this together. If they're going to go their separate ways, they go their separate ways.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't even mention Simmons, Price, because at this point you can't mention him. I made a basket more recently than fucking Ben Simmons has. I mean, I broke my finger yesterday doing it.
Come on now. We ain't gonna disrespect Ben Simmons. He is a gamer. He's not a baller.
Yeah, he's a gamer. Yeah, he's home playing fucking Roblox.
He playing games with Anthony Davis because they're both in the same league at this point.
That boy on that damn Call of Duty dog, a killer dog.
I mean, New York City is already expensive to live in. If you put KD or AD with Ben Simmons, the amount of insurance premiums are going to go up in the city of New York. You can't cover it, both of them. Blue Cross and Blue Shield will be like, we tap out.
Hey, if that happens, I'm about to invest in Aetna like ASAP, bro. For real. You got ass with insurance because your ass finna pay the doctor more.
I know we got an Asian owner, but they might have to be like a doctor doing like underground abortions in the city to help pay for this fucking squad.
Yo.
Damn.
The views expressed by Nick.
Hold on. But look. All right. So I feel what you're saying though, Nick. But here's my thing. If I'm KD, Kyrie decides to leave, I'm not hindering my future on somebody else. Because if you look at the roster, Ben Simmons, who's a great passer, facilitator, a great defender, great rebounder, use him for that. You can still get the max out of KD from being KD, being a scorer. Seth Curry, shooter. Get Joe Harris back, shooter.
Good defender too. Underrated defender.
Keep Andre Drummond. That's your other defender. And then other pieces are interchangeable. I'd say keep Patty Mills.
Let
Let LaMarcus go.
Let him go.
Yeah, LaMarcus can go.
He need to go to the convalescent home.
Blake Griffin can go.
Man, Blake Griffin.
But I'm saying like Blake Griffin and Aldridge, they're interchangeable pieces. You can get the same thing for cheaper or younger for what they bring. So at least keep Ben, Joe Harris, Patty Mills, Curry, Drummond, and KD. That's a good squad. That's a squad you can build.
That's a good squad.
Take that money that you were allocated towards Kyrie. Obviously, he don't want to be there. Bro, that's
somebody else.
That's at least 38-40 million a year. You can build a squad.
You get a good player for that.
You got
I play for that.
Bradley Beal, Gary Harris, Zach LaVine, Ricky Rubio.
Bradley Beal's not leaving.
Young.
Bradley Beal's not leaving.
Take
Bradley Beal off the list.
Yeah, he ain't leaving.
Bradley Beal loves his money, and he's getting max money from Washington. He's not caring about winning.
Did he extend? Because the website I just pulled up said unrestricted free agent.
He is unrestricted, but you got to look at the max money. Nobody can offer him more money than Washington. And if he's about the money, he ain't going nowhere else. He's keeping his ass right there in DC. He's collecting checks.
That's the truth right now.
Yeah. One name I will look out for. Dallas better make sure that they throw all the money they can at Jalen Brunson. Because if he gets out of Dallas, he's a high commodity. Jalen Brunson gets out of Dallas, he's a high commodity.
Supposedly that's what the Knicks plan, right? That's what I heard over the weekend.
You sound like Matt now. Everybody going to New York.
No.
but
Just like
that's what the
KD and
Knicks
Irving,
want, though.
the Knicks can want whoever they want, but someone has to want the Garden. Someone has to want that media. Someone has to want that owner. So you can get the same money elsewhere. So the Knicks can have whatever fucking plan they want. That don't mean anyone's going to buy into their plan because they have it. No big name free agent. True. Name the last big name free agent to go there.
Julius
Carmelo.
That was a trade, though, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they traded for Melo. He didn't go there. No one would go there voluntarily.
So
not even his bum ass.
Who was it? Was it Amari Stoudemire?
Yes, Amari.
Yeah, man, it was Stoudemire.
Yeah, because he was in MVP. Nah, that wasn't 2000. That was like 2011. Okay. That was like 2011. Wow. That's how long ago it was. About 2011, 2012. That season. That's how long ago that was. Because I was still in middle school watching this shit.
Yo, I think Matt's keyboard spazzed out because it just should say "my Knicks bullshit," but it added a whole bunch of other words in that sentence.
Hey, well, I mean, I will watch out for Jalen Brunson. I will also watch out for this. He's if you do it right, because he's going to opt out of his contract and he's going to opt into his contract, and then he's going to get a buyout from Houston. John Wall.
I want him.
No, hear me out.
$47 million.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, but I'm saying he opted in for 47, but he wants a buyout, and looks like him and Houston are going to come to agreement on one. What I'm saying is that John Wall has the talent. You just hope that he's in that same Anthony Davis injury boat. Like, if you get him at a minimum, veterans minimum, because he already got the money. If you get him at a veterans minimum, you can bring him in and see what happens. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he moves the needle. On you.
You're talking about the Brooklyn, right?
And whether the Knicks get him, I'm just saying.
Yeah, he get lost on the Knicks, man. He need to go somewhere like Brooklyn. Someone has already have an established roster. You know what I'm saying? That's where he needs to go.
Brooklyn ain't about to have an established roster. I'll tell you that.
Well, I mean, that's hinging on if KD stay. That's hinging on that. I mean, I think KD stay.
If KD stay, if KD leave because of Kyrie, that's some bitch shit.
Well, I'm just saying, but I'm saying if KD stay, John Wall will be all right there. But
so wait, I'm supposed to give up a less talented player who's fragile and let go of the one that's more talented who's fragile. So I'm just hurt either way. I'm dealing with fragile pieces either way.
Well, my thing though, if you're looking at the Kyrie situation, he don't want to be there.
Yeah.
He don't want to be there until he get paid. That's the only thing. He got to get his money first.
Yeah. I understand that, but I'm not paying him.
I wouldn't pay him. I wouldn't pay him. You don't want to be here.
That's the issue that Brooklyn having. Damned if we do, damned if we don't.
But you know what? I'm going to say it's Sean March's fault, in the front office fault, because here's what they should have did.
Why?
No, hold on.
I'm very curious to hear this angle. Yeah, I'm very curious to hear this. If
you're Kyrie and he's your investment to your team, when the whole COVID and the vaccine situation came down, I'd have had his back 100%, but they didn't. They played into the obviously they followed mandate rules. I'm not harping on them because of that. I'm just saying is like I'd have stuck by my man. I'd have been like, yo, what can we do to alleviate this problem? We're still going to follow the rules, but is there something else that we can possibly do to make sure that find some kind of loophole or
a compromise.
Because when they first came down with the vaccine, they was just like, all right, Kyrie, you got to go. That's what they said. That's pretty much what they said. They said, Kyrie, you got to go. They either get the jab or you got to go. And not once did I feel that they supported their investments and say, hey, man, we appreciate your thoughts, your feelings, your personal beliefs. Cool. I just thought that they should have been like, hey, yo, we feel what you're saying. We still got to follow rules, but we're going to try to work something out. I don't feel like they did that. I felt like they was just like, hey,
I'll
you
say
heard what they
this.
said.
Mhm.
Get the jab or don't. What you gonna
I
do?
think the thing with Kyrie too is that if you're just dealing with just that incident and him not believing in the vaccination, that wouldn't be a big deal. But you got a couple that with everything else that he has done
That comes with it.
that compiles on top of all that. Now it's like, come on, man, you on some BS.
Yeah, but
You know what I'm saying? Because I mean,
saying.
like you take it as an isolated incident. I stand with him because I'm the type of person. I believe you believe in something and you stand 10 toes down on it. I got respect for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I respect you for that. But my thing is,
blame the GM though, because
I'm not blaming. I'm not.
No. Mars' original premise, he blamed the GM, saying it's Sean Mark's fault. How do you know there was going to be a pandemic? How do you know KD wouldn't get the shot? How did you know what the state laws are going to do?
Bro, we've been in the pandemic for the last 2.5 years.
Man, we knew China was planning this.
Yeah, but when he got him, it's not like we knew there was going to be a pandemic and this would happen. It's not like he traded for him during the pandemic when Kyrie was already labeled out. Nobody could have predicted what the hell was going to go on with that. The issue was the volatile components. Harden's soft mental makeup, and Kyrie being a bit of a nut job, right? It's bad mentally. It wasn't bad on the court when they played together. It was beautiful to watch, but it was rare that they all played together for whatever reason, one or the other.
Which is true.
Harden trade is more of the issue because that team would have beat the Celtics if they had Allen and LeVert instead of Harden.
Oh, I agree with you right there. But
you put that defense in, Harris being healthy, LeVert, Allen, KD, Kyrie, and then you don't have to make that Simmons trade.
But that's the thing, though. KD and Kyrie never got behind those two. That's the thing. When they had them, and they had DeAndre Jordan, they told them straight up, we chose DeAndre Jordan to be our third best player. So what does that tell you? Their time on the wall was up. That Brooklyn Nets team that was in the bubble, that made it, kudos to y'all. Y'all niggas is done. We here now.
Right.
We here now, and this is what's going on. Kyrie, quote unquote, wanted to be a GM/player. Kevin Durant not brushing his hair. All I want to do is ball. So Kyrie, yo, KD, let's get
Murray's grease.
He told them straight up. Kyrie probably went straight up. Yo, KD, let's let them go. KD was like, how many points you need me to get? 30, 35? All right, I got you. You just better do the same. And that's what happened.
Bleacher Report alert I just got is that the Blazers and the Nets amongst teams who are reaching out to the Rockets for 21-year-old forward Kenyon Martin Jr. So there's the fucking fix. Let's just get Jason Kidd to stop being a fucking coach and bring him back to be point guard, and we're going to the
chip. I don't know the true solution for Brooklyn's problem, but I think we're past that point where
move the Queens.
They wish it was that easy.
but I'm saying, like, I think these bridges are burnt too hard. It just, like, even if Brooklyn still offers Kyrie max money, what Kyrie are you still getting? Are you still getting the Kyrie that's like, hey, thank you for the max money. All right, here's my full effort. Let's go win a chip. Are you getting that? We don't know. Because
I think you do. I mean, but can you say, and now you can correct me if I'm wrong, but can you say that every time he was on the court, he didn't give his full effort? I don't recall. Now, if I'm missing something, y'all can correct me. But every time I see him play, he gave full effort.
Giving max effort, yes. But what I'm saying is that by making that decision to not get the vaccine, which I agree with, because I'm not getting it. Fuck that shit. But
same here.
but what I'm saying
I was
is
forced
that
to get it, but go ahead.
But what I'm saying is in his occupation, where not getting it sacrifices the team chemistry. You know.
Okay.
If I don't get it, it doesn't affect my job.
Hey man, you affect the show chemistry.
No, but I'm saying, well, even if I'm not in studio, I can still show up. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Like I can still do the show Monday and Thursday, even if I'm in Antarctica. I mean, I never be down there, but if I was, as long as I had
Who had
internet.
going there on purpose?
but
I think
exactly.
me dropping an
Right.
N-bomb would affect the show chemistry a lot more.
Exactly. That's more of a
That's the extreme, right?
Yeah, that's more of an extreme pulling apart at the
Right.
chemistry of the team.
So we have to let him go.
But with Kyrie, him not getting the vaccine and you not being there and you not being on the court. I mean, this man showed up courtside to watch his team play. Like
what you expect him to do though? I mean, in that case, we watch it from the crib.
Look,
nigga, go home.
Go home.
But he did that to prove how stupid the ball was in New York
Yeah.
City at the time. That you could then buy a ticket,
which I
but
get.
you couldn't
couldn't
participate.
Yeah.
Right. Now
that was like a week before he came back. Once he exposed that, everyone was like, "Oh, we look pretty stupid."
Yeah, and that. But for me, it goes back to my first point that the Nets managers or front office should have been more supportive of Kyrie and be like, "Yo, bro, we ride with you. We ride with you. You can't be with us." They should have from the jump was like, "Yo, even if you can't play in New York, still ride with us on the road games that you can still." They told him to just shut it down completely, and then all of a sudden they was like, once they changed their tune, once KD got hurt and Harden was pretty much there trying to hold it together all on his own, and they needed it. It's like, boy, it'd be nice if we had Kyrie, even if it was part time. Oh yeah,
Kyrie started looking like Antonio Brown.
Exactly.
Fucking throw his jersey at.
Yeah. Toss that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all seen him the first game, no mask. Kyrie, we put your mask on. Yeah, man, fuck that shit. I'm here.
Fuck that shit.
So, just for the record, that AD game happened up in the New York area, so it seems to me we have an aura about ruining careers up here.
So
especially he played for the Jets.
Yeah, so that's my main point is that the Nets organization had the chance to always use Kyrie, even if it was part-time from the beginning.
Nah, you're right though.
And they chose not to. And so now, if I'm Kyrie, you left the sour taste in my mouth like, yo, y'all didn't back me up, y'all didn't support me. I thought I was your investment, I thought I was your boy. And I get it. So I can understand him feeling some type of way. I don't know if they can mend those fences. We don't look like he can. But my bigger thing is there's only one team willing to sign and trade or to trade for Kyrie. What does that say about Kyrie, y'all?
I mean, but
so you try to tell me the Lakers are the only team that wants Kyrie? That can only use.
I'm not saying that, but it might be like we have the money for him.
LaKing need him again.
That's a difference, right?
Said I hear you saying it.
They're the only team willing to trade for Kyrie. Everyone else is out on the trade, probably because they got some feedback from talking to the agent. We might just opt out, so then they can go all in with their plan and not have to give up assets. You just
pretty much you sign him as a straight up free agent.
You bail out if you think you can get the guy on the free agent. Arkansas Jet fan, what's up, buddy? Good kid, man. He was watching. We did a 6-hour Jet podcast on Friday night from 9 till 3 in the morning, and it's a young kid from Arkansas who was in there like the entire time. So what's up, dude? I told him about this show too to sub over here with us. What's up, buddy?
They got internet in Arkansas?
That's what we said.
Yo, y'all wrong.
It's soup cans with string, but it works. It works. He was a big contributor to the show the other night. It was good.
Not the soup cans with the strings, cuz. Oh my god.
Welcome, buddy. Thanks for coming over here.
So thanks, man. Come on in. Go ahead, man.
My question about this is, all right, say the Lakers make the trade for Kyrie. Will it be an AD trade or will you get a Westbrook trade?
I think you got to have a third team to take Westbrook. I think that's
the best. What I mean is the result, the end result of that season.
I think the Lakers with salaries, with LeBron, Westbrook, AD, you can't add Kyrie to that.
No, I know they're going to trade. I know,
and I think LeBron would pick to keep AD over Westbrook. I think Westbrook would be out to bring Kyrie in because the numbers would be similar.
Hey, Nick, so to help you answer your question, going into this year, Russell costs 47, AD costs 40. So you're going to have to make up either 40 or 47. So you're still looking at 40 minimum to
I
make
think
up that
LeBron
balance.
keeps AD because AD is the unicorn, right? If he's healthy, he's the unicorn. There's no sense in Westbrook and Kyrie and LeBron on the same team. So I think Westbrook will move out.
Well, I don't know.
Brooklyn takes Westbrook.
I don't know. You can easily put Westbrook on the bench and have him be your sixth man, and have him.
That's a high number.
Come on,
right? 47 million. Yeah, that's a high number for a six man.
I move Westbrook, man. I think
you're
move
basically
Westbrook.
paying $1 million for every 3-point bucket. Imagine what Curry would make. He'd make $4.7 billion a year.
Well, I think business wise, man.
I had the decimal point in the wrong spot.
Yeah, I think business wise, you move Westbrook, man.
Well, yeah, I agree with y'all, but I'm saying it's so hard to move that. It's so hard to move him than what it would take to move AD. In point blank period. Everybody and their mama, even damn dead goddamn Ray Charles saw how terrible it is to have Russell Westbrook on your roster right now.
Stevie Wonder be like, I wouldn't take that nigga. But I can't see.
Yeah. I don't know. Stevie Wonder, I think he'd be fucking with us. I think he could see.
I heard.
Yeah, I saw that.
I think Stevie could see. I think he.
You see that one they show they're doing that We Are the World and Mike Stanfield and Stevie caught it.
Yeah.
See? Like, come on,
shit
Stevie.
Almost blew my cover.
Do you remember the movie from like the early 80s or 90s? It was a white guy who played a black guy.
The Jerk?
No, it's Steve Martin, right?
Yeah.
He
played. He was a white guy who was in a black family. He didn't play. Oh, Soul Man.
Yeah, I feel like that would be like the equivalent of Stevie Wonder. Like you go out all day and you play this character, and then you go home. You're like, oh, thank God, take like the contacts out. You're like, oh, Lord.
Hey, and that's my big point.
Let me read this new music.
Thank you, Arkansas Jets fan, because you feel what I'm saying. Like Westbrook has negative trade value. It is absolutely negative. There's nothing that you can get for him that would. If you're the trading team, there's no way I can say, yo, I can give you this, and this, and you give me Westbrook. Nah, man, fuck it. Cancel the trade, bro. You can't give me Westbrook. I don't want that shit. I can't do nothing with it. Like the only thing that I say that AD has more trade value is because he's 29, and although you know the injury history, it's still the fact that he's 29. You be like, bro,
how long
these cats are playing till 37, 38
Westbrook's
years old.
29?
No.
No, AD.
Oh, okay.
No, Westbrook's like 33, 34.
Okay,
yeah.
I thought so.
So, but with AD, you're like, yo, cats are playing till they're 38, 39 years old. If I can at least get 4 or 5 good years out of AD within the last possible 8 years that he possibly got left on his career, that's somewhat of a win because you know that the talent's there. Mm-hmm. You would take the gamble and the risk on that.
How much is left on Russell's contract?
This last year, 47.
Which is fucking unbelievable.
Because he won't get anywhere near that.
Yeah. So I guess if
I see where you're going.
Here's the thing, business wise, that's why I do.
Yeah.
And see, I'm a patient person. I think you have with the Lakers, you ain't winning no chips no time soon. Period. No time soon. Huh?
No, not even close to it.
Yeah, I'm a patient.
You can't even get through dinner without dropping a roofie in the wine glass. You're patient. you don't even know where the night is going yet. You're like, I have to make this happen.
That takes patience.
Wait till dinner.
I wait until dinner. But anyway, so here's what you do. You move LeBron and AD. That's freeing up money. Because you can't move Westbrook anyway. And you start getting players what you can with that money and in the draft and just build slowly. Because anywhere it go, you fucked. Anyway. So you look at it from the long range. You know what I'm saying? Let's play the long game.
Yeah.
I got a year left on his contract. Then I can get rid of him. Somebody want LeBron. Somebody take LeBron.
LeBron still has value to his trade name.
Yeah, and so does AD. So go ahead and just move them two on out of there. You know, get your trade, get picks for them, or whatever you can for him. Move that money and just build slow. Come back and make it a 5-year plan. Bam.
Hey,
Be back in the relevant.
Now, I said this before on the show many times, and I'm going to see who pays attention. Most NBA, all the NBA teams are owned by billionaires. Who's the only billionaire that would trade for Westbrook?
Jordan.
I've said it before on the show. Who's the only billionaire that Westbrook has value to?
Yo, Scroggins, you right. Jordan would do it.
Donald Trump, because nobody can build a wall with bricks faster than
right.
Big Shine trivia. You guys should have known that.
You guys.
Hey, the only thing I will push back on your comment right here, Arkansas Jets fan, is that LeBron plays a certain style of basketball where it's hard for him to adjust. If you see how LeBron operates throughout his whole career, players that come onto his team have to adjust to how he plays, not how the other way around. LeBron has always been a very ball dominant, get to the rim type of player. And if he can't get to the rim, he's going to jack up threes, whether he's going to make them or not. That's his game. And it's like, it's almost how you see Luka play, Harden play. That LeBron started that shit. All right. He's literally that one way of playing type of guy. When have you seen LeBron come off a screen or a chip to take a shot? Never. He ain't coming off no screen.
Early Cleveland days.
It's no, stop that, man. It's ISO bowl or not. It's ISO.
It's ISO, but it's
he's more like a Harden, right? Like it's ISO 1-on-1.
Yeah.
Pull up.
It's championship ISO.
He's not a Klay Thompson or Curry.
That's what y'all forgetting. It's championship ISO. He's doing what it takes to win.
Yes, because he's always been in that situation, especially in Cleveland, where that was his squad.
When he looked at the motherfucker, everybody move out the way. You make a left cut here, and I'm gonna think about passing you the ball.
Clear the lane.
Right.
But with those situations, he had Irving and Love and guys that he could trust. He had Wade and he had Bosch. He could be the facilitator for 2.5 quarters. Now in LA, he's got to be the main scorer for them to have a chance. So it's different for him. It's a different role for him because he's been like a Magic throughout the years.
Oh, that ain't a different role. That's his role he was doing in Cleveland. All he doing is just got to turn back.
But when it had to be ISO LeBron, he could go to ISO LeBron.
Yeah, but I'm saying
he had to take over a game and drop 50. He could do it.
But what I'm saying
is last year
30 a game. They were losing games by 25 or more, and he was still dropping 35 points.
Exactly.
So a supporting cast is not what LeBron is accustomed to having with him. So if you bring in someone like Kyrie that he can defer to, and it's a reliable defer, I think that makes them much better. Probably like a 7 or 6 seed in the West. Than not making the playoffs with Westbrook.
That is 6.
First of all, the motherfuckers just missed the play-in tournament, man. These motherfuckers is barely play-in tournament worthy with the roster they just had.
You don't think having Kyrie Irving over Westbrook makes them 8 to 10 games better?
Hell no.
But the problem is how you gonna make that happen.
You wait.
Really?
You talking about a not playing tournament? Okay, Nick. I agree with you at this point. They go from a non-playing tournament to a playing tournament team with Kyrie.
Well, you gotta look at it from this standpoint too. If they can make that happen, they probably get another player or two on the Lakers within that trade, and vice versa. So you don't know who they're gonna have to go with that. So
my thing is just don't stop at Kyrie.
I'm just saying, but
tell you right
to have
now,
Kyrie and
no
LeBron. Oh no, they definitely ain't getting that. But I'm saying to have LeBron, he said they ain't getting no Steph Curry. They're not getting Steph Curry. No, they're not.
They ain't getting no Steph. They ain't getting no Steph. They ain't getting no nothing right now.
No, if I'm Brooklyn, look, you want Kyrie? Well, here, that's all you get. No, straight up. If I'm Brooklyn,
so you gonna do a swap, a straight up swap.
If the Lakers want Kyrie Irving, I say, look, we can sign and trade. We'll give you Kyrie. And the Lakers say, well, what else? Irvin? I mean,
if they can do that and get rid of Westbrook, I'll take it.
I mean, they're 3 games out of the 8 seed. So I don't think it's crazy to say if they have Irving, they move up to like
Matt said Dale Curry is available. He's too busy making white swap.
Yeah, it was available.
Yeah, they did do the white swap,
You
bro.
just need to be married to a pretty little snowflake.
Hey,
Right.
hey, how my man do the white swap
Right.
and came out on the losing end, bro?
Right. Bill Curry's like, you got a girl over there? Yeah. She white? I'll take her.
Hey, but how we do the white swap and come out on the losing end, though?
I don't know, bro.
Hey,
I
what we
don't know,
doing,
man.
Dale?
Right. He got
Yeah,
the
I'm
worst
saying,
one out the
fuck it.
trade.
I'm at the end of my time. Fuck it.
He let you know he don't make a
Get
good.
it.
He let you know he don't make a good GM. He don't know how to make a
Dale was
good
out
trade.
there-
Ask Robert Downey Jr. in Hollywood. Sometimes you gotta fall down before you rise up.
Right back up.
Dale was looking like that
Look,
old man,
Lamar's
that
like,
old
he
uncle
makes
in
a
the
point.
club and shit. He just bought all the young kids shit. Just started buying up all that shit. What's these
I
true
will
religions?
speak
Let
to
me
it.
get those, man. He ain't even know. Versace, spell that shit. Man, just throw it in the bag. It's on my son. Don't worry, he a champion. It's on him.
Sometimes those silent white girls be the biggest freaks. Maybe Dell knows more than we do.
Maybe.
Hey.
Maybe.
Hey, Shorty over there throwing it back.
I'm not saying I do it, but I understand.
Right. But I say that's basically the Cavs, but with AD instead of Love.
And look, I get it, but if like I
But
said,
you
if I'm-
talking about old LeBron compared to a young
to a
LeBron,
younger LeBron,
when he had when he was,
makes
so
a
that's a
huge
different that's a
difference.
That
difference.
is a great point, Mel.
Mhm.
Because young LeBron, you knew what you had to do for him to succeed.
Right.
Now we're entering a new era where what do we need to do for old LeBron to succeed?
He needs
Right.
he,
Much
he
as
needs
he
cushion.
thought.
Shit.
Old LeBron needs cushion. He needs everything around him to be plush.
He can't make a
Because-
full
Mhm.
season, bro.
That's that.
Shit. The
Not
motherfuckers
just
gotta
a
show
full
up.
season. Not just a full season. We got to remember, as much as money as LeBron throws towards to keeping his body in shape. All right, he like I've heard all the podcasts. He said, "Young, old LeBron, fuck him."
Sounds
Thanks, Matt.
No,
Old LeBron and young LeBron.
no, because here's the thing. We know LeBron. It's been documented. He spends $2 to $3 million on his body.
Yeah.
And we get it. But here's the thing: since he's been in the Lakers uniform, what has happened to him that you can't say happened anywhere else? He's actually getting hurt. He's getting injured, and he's missing significant time. He's missing months. A month here, month and a half there.
Okay. I understand what you're saying, Anthony, but I'd rather have part-time Kyrie than a full-time garbage Westbrook. Period. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just like you at work. Sometimes that part-time employee is a way better worker than a full-time one.
That's true.
And to back up your point, here's the thing. Here's why I didn't like the fact that the Lakers had Buddy Hield literally ready to come to LA, but they missed the trade to go get Russell Westbrook.
That was dumb. That was dumb.
All right, so here's why I hate it. One, Buddy Hield was shorter. Younger. Two,
He's like 24, 25. He's barely in the league, right?
Right.
Probably around 27-ish, 28. But still, Westbrook is 33, 34, so he's still younger. You're talking about a different.
Mhm.
And Buddy Hield can actually create a shot without getting to the cup.
And
Buddy
you
Hield
now
can
have
shoot.
Hield and Monk, who are probably in bigger roles, which helps LeBron's point guard facilitating game because you have guys.
There we go. There we
I agree with
go.
you. I agree with you.
So my thing is like that's why when they made the trade, that to me that was the beginning of the end right there.
Right.
is you can't, because people forget that Westbrook and LeBron pretty much play the same game. Got to get to the cup. That means you got to create space for them, so you got to clear the lane.
Mm-hmm.
Both terrible at free throw
from the
shooting.
get-go was going to be the issue.
Yeah,
Who was going to be ball dominant? Who was going
Right.
to be the one penetrating when they were both there?
Yeah.
That's what she said. Now,
Hey,
and
guess what?
all of our concerns came 100% true with this team. That
And let's
it
not
wasn't
forget.
going to work. The chemistry wouldn't be there. Who was going to be on the ball, off the ball? Everything that we discussed on this show nailed it with this team.
Hey, I got a question for y'all. Who's number one overall in career turnovers?
Probably LeBron, because he's played 20 years as
Westbrook.
an guy.
About to get there.
Who's number
Westbrook is
three?
probably per game.
No,
LeBron
who's
just has a lot more games.
Who is number 3 in overall career turnovers?
Is it Westbrook,
Westbrook?
number 3?
So you got the number 1 and the number 3 career all-time turnovers on your same starting 5. It was never going to work.
Quick trivia question for you. What does that equal?
Losses.
11 seed.
Exactly. There we go. So, look, you got to fundamentally break it down. If you bring Kyrie, somebody got to go, whether it's LeBron or Westbrook.
Well, it's not gonna be LeBron.
Well, yeah, but my thing is if I'm Jeannie Buzz, I'm considering all options.
But here's my thing, I don't disagree with considering all options, but it has to be logical. If you bring Kyrie and get rid of LeBron,
Yeah,
he's
but
just
what
gonna
I'm
play
saying
with
is,
AD
LeBron,
and Westbrook.
I
He's
get
basically
what
got
you're
the
saying.
same team.
All I'm saying is LeBron
basically got
and
the same
Russell
team.
Westbrook play the same way.
Yeah, but
all I got
you
is
got a better upside with LeBron than you do with Westbrook. You got a better upside.
Trade value wise, yes.
Huh?
Mr. Wallace, I have a question, Mr. Wallace.
Oh, white boy in a green hat.
If you Jeannie Buss, you sleeping with Kyle Kuzma too?
Shit. She might as well, man.
Does it help the team win?
Wasn't that the rumor that Kuzma was
Is
sitting out with her?
we winning or not?
Right.
If we winning, get the cheeks. If
she
we
was like-
losing, no draws.
She was like,
I said,
"They'll-
if you
just saying.
Jeannie Buss, are you sleeping with Kyle Kuzma? And you're like,
If I'm Jeannie Buzz, if we winning, get the draws. And
everybody gets
losing,
it.
clank clank. You ain't
It's
no
like
butt
Oprah.
getting. No butt. No butt.
Hey, Jenny
It's like
said
an
they don't.
episode of Oprah Winfrey. You get some billionaire snatch. You get some billionaire snatch. Everybody gets billionaire snatch.
Hey, Jenny said they don't call me Bus for nothing.
Hell yeah.
Buzz on his face.
Better be winning. As long as you're
My
winning.
apologies to the 14-year-old Jet fan.
As long as you're winning.
You gotta learn from somebody. Sure, you might as well learn from here.
As long as you're winning. As long as you're
Arkansas,
winning.
he knows.
Right,
As
he
long as
knows.
you're winning. Yeah, hey, look.
Hey,
Bust here, bust there, bust anywhere. As long as you are winning. All right?
hey,
Because
Deshaun said bust on chest and chins. I'm just saying.
because let's talk about it. I mean, the Lakers are in that same stratosphere
I'm saying
as
the playoffs.
they are in the same stratosphere as the Yankees. Their fans are accustomed to a certain amount of winning, certain amount of success. The Lakers are in a weird time frame, and I get it. The
But
bubble ring, you know, my thoughts. Y'all know how I feel about that, but
Right.
like, you know,
That's a very good analogy because it's like they're the 80s Yankees. They were
Yeah.
the winningest
Mhm.
team of the decade, but like for the last 6, they weren't that great. Like the Yankees had the most amount of wins in the 80s, but I think their last World Series appearance was 82 against the Dodgers, and then they didn't make it the rest of the decade. But
To like 90, was it 96? Was it 90?
so 96, yeah, 14
96,
years,
right.
82 to 96,
Right.
and then
And then 97, but they
they're
lost,
13
right?
years since their last one.
That's been 13 years?
That'll end
Yes, it
in
has.
08,
I wanna
09.
say-
February.
No,
the baseball
was it
season
08?
ends?
Yeah, it was
08,
08,
09.
09 they beat Philly.
Yeah, I remember.
Mm-hmm.
So that was their last World Series appearance.
Yeah.
The Japanese guy Japanese guy won the worst. Matsui.
Matsui.
Hey, Matsui.
Yup.
I don't know.
And then they traded
Yokomoko,
his
I
ass.
don't know. I like Matsui, man.
Oh, he was good. I'll never forget his first year they got him here. It was opening day against Minnesota, and it was snowing, and he hit a grand slam.
I remember that.
Or 3-runner grand slam, I forget, but he's just phenomenal.
Yeah, lost.
He was a Yankee. You do something big on opening day at Yankee Stadium, you're instantly an icon. You could be Joey Gallo the rest of your career, but you'd be an icon.
Yeah, the same guy. They're trying to ship up out of there.
But speaking to Arkansas Jets comment, I think the difference is, though, the Warriors have a good enough team to overcome those turnovers versus the Lakers don't.
They shoot well enough from 3 to
Right. So they
they
can
answer
overcome
out,
those
right?
turnovers. I mean,
You're making
it's a
20
weakness.
threes a game at 60 points, right? They're making more than that most days.
Don't get me wrong, it's a weakness, something they should clean up. I'm
yeah.
saying if you're comparing the Lakers turnovers to the Warriors turnover, they just a better team.
Yeah.
So they can overcome some of that sometimes.
Yeah, they got too much offense to
Right.
to
Where-
to
But
back
they
it
put
Lakers
the
up.
coaching
don't
hat
have
on
it.
for a minute,
Go
when,
ahead.
when Nick puts
Yeah.
the coaching hat on.
Mhm.
When you're running off those screens and you're trying to do the penetration and the quick rotations,
Mhm.
you're more susceptible to turnovers with the rotations on defense or errant passes from this.
All right, Mel.
If
Hey,
you're-
hey, just simplify it, Nick. They run offense in Golden State. All right, it's ISO ball. There's no offense being ran in Lakers.
Correct.
There's no leadership.
But when you are running that crazy guys off the screens, rotation, hoping to find the open guy with the three, you're more susceptible to an errant pass with the guy maybe not being where you expect him to be. So you're going to commit those.
If LeBron's not ball handling,
right.
Russell Westbrook. If it's not LeBron, it's Russell Westbrook doing all the ball handling security.
Which is a different type of turnover. That's a full speed to the basket, jump in the air, not knowing I'm holding the ball, throw it away. That's different than guys not being where you expect them to be in a rotational type of scheme that the Warriors run. It's not like, Peyton Jr. is going to the rim, jumping up in the air like crazy and throwing it 16 rows up like Russ has done.
And me and Mel have talked about this several times too. The Warriors sometimes get caught up in playing Harlem Globetrotter basketball. They get caught up in it.
They're not playing the Generals.
Yeah, they're not playing the Generals. Right. So sometimes they get too cute. All right.
Well, they play the Knicks twice a year.
Generals, Knicks is all the same.
Yeah. Sometimes a G looks like a W, bro.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Or a K, whatever. Knicks and Generals look about the same. Yeah,
close enough. They play in Madison Square Garden before.
It's more famous for the dog show than it is for the Knicks basketball.
Hey, I saw I seen on YouTube Ramstein has played in MSG, and that drew in more attendance than the Knicks did. So,
the band Fish has a better.
Damn, we doing that?
Never very Internet tells me.
But no, whatever happens with Kyrie, it opens up a lot of interesting things because, like Nick said, if Kyrie leaves, it's probably a good chance KD leaves. Y'all saw what Dame tweeted?
I say within 48 hours.
What Dame tweeted?
Y'all saw what Dame tweeted?
Wait to the new league year. Did the new league year get here yet or no?
Soon, because they just had the draft.
Had to be right, because if you're making trades for players at the draft, you should be
able
to trade
bro.
Players.
They were making trades. They were making trades during the finals, bro. When Christian Wood of the Houston Rockets got traded to Dallas, the finals weren't even over yet.
Yeah. And
so what I think it is that they already.
But it's official though, right? Like the NFL, you got to wait till March 14th, 17th for the new league year.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting to. I think the trade is already in talks and it's been agreed to, but it doesn't come official.
It doesn't get processed to the new league year. Does anyone know when the new league?
Hey, Matt. No. Matt, hey, Matt's our statistician guy.
That's Matt's job.
Yeah. Hey, Matt. Look up when the NBA league year starts. So he'll jump in the comments in a second and give us a date. But
hey man, I gotta correct something though.
What's up?
I was wrong about the Jeremy Grant thing.
What you mean?
Because first I was like, oh man, why they get rid of Jeremy Grant? And I see what they done in the draft.
Talking about Detroit?
And saw the money they got for free agency.
Makes
sense.
It
actually was a good move, man. They got upwards of 50 mil to spend. Then they got what's the name? It's the tall dude, Jalen Ivory, and then they got the Duran. They got Jalen Duran, Jalen Ivory.
I like that trade from Duran. That y'all got from
I like that, man.
Charlotte.
You got Ivory and Kay Cunningham playing. Then you got Duran. You still got Isaiah Stewart. You got they got some nice young players.
I did not like.
And I heard this guy overseas, whatever his name is, I can't think of his name, but I heard he's supposed to be a nice shooter too.
I don't like that Charlotte gave away Duran, man.
Yeah, I don't either.
What is Charlotte doing? First
maybe.
No. I think they know.
No, but I'm saying, and because it's proved to our point that Jordan don't know what the hell he's doing. Because my thing is you go and trade away Duran, all right, and then you go and rehire Steve Clifford, who you just fired 3 years ago. You bring him back. Like it's like why would you even do that?
What's up, Mel?
You know what I'm saying? It's like going back to an ex-girlfriend who cheated on you.
Right.
I don't know why you would do it. To me, you know how Steve Clifford operates. You
Mm-hmm.
know, or runs a basketball team. Yes, I'll give Clifford his credit. That's the last time the Hornets went to the playoffs. He was
Actually,
the
Mel,
coach.
the NBA Finals ended the next day. To Mel's comment,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the Christian Woods trade went on June 15th. The last day of the NBA Finals was the 16th.
yeah. So the finals weren't even done
So they
yet.
were both done before. Yeah, that week before Father's Day. What was that Thursday night? They won it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Thursday night they
Thursday
won.
night. Mm-hmm. Man, I
So
don't know, man, but I see. I think they need
But is
Charlotte.
it? Let
Go
me
ahead.
ask
Go ahead.
Mel
Go ahead.
all this. Now, is it official, or does that have to wait to the new league year to be processed, or is it a done deal? Like nothing can fall through now, right? Like the deal is official. I know Mel knows the NBA much better than I do. I
Yeah,
know college.
he's our basketball expert.
Yes, Matt's a statistician. Mel's our basketball guy.
but I think it's
Yes,
August
free
2nd.
agent's different, but I think trades can be processed year round and processed immediately. I don't think it's like when Matthew Stafford, Jared Goff trade went through. It was 4 weeks before the new league year before it became official. I
Right.
don't think
Right.
the NBA has that until it's official waiting period, because you're trading guys the night of the draft. It's official, right?
Mm-hmm. I
But like
think
the
so. I'm not
NFL
sure
draft
about the NFL.
happens.
I'm not sure about the NBA. I know more about the NFL than I know about
Yeah,
the
well, the
NBA.
NFL draft is 6 weeks after the new league year.
Right.
Yeah.
So everything's official at the
Mhm.
NFL draft. I'm just curious about the NBA draft.
What do y'all
Obviously,
think about the
it's
draft? Hey,
very uneventful. No big names. No big teams up there to get excited about who they're going to get. No major markets.
Who did the Knicks get? Because Arkansas Jets fan. What do you think
Nobody.
about the Knicks?
They got
no,
draft
they
picks.
kept trading away. They
And the
got a
reason
whole
they
bunch of
traded
picks.
away is because they're trying to stockpile picks in case they got to trade for somebody. They don't want to get a rookie. They'd rather have future number ones so they can facilitate a trade because they know they're not successful with signing people and free
But you
agents.
know what? Here's the thing, though, Nick. If you look at the landscape of basketball, it's not like it was years ago where, for the most part, you're gonna go through college, then to the pros. There's so many avenues now that players go that stockpiling picks might not necessarily get you anything, because it might be a weak draft, a couple of years when you go into it, because of some of the players, either went
That's
to
why
the
you
G
make that
League.
trade, because you
Some of
don't
the
know
play,
what the future holds, right?
right,
You get the known commodity, it's much greater value than the unknown
commodity. You're right, especially the way it is now. Some of these players go to what's the Kevin Durant little league that guy. I forgot the name of it.
The elite.
Yeah, some go there. Some go straight to the G League.
No, overtime. You got the
Overtime. That's it. Overtime.
You got the G League, and then you can always go overseas.
Yeah, so what I'm saying, some of them take those routes now. It's not like before where it's like, okay, you going to college, do you pick, and then the best of the best of the college go into the draft. You might have a draft year where it's like hardly nobody great. You might have 2 or 3 years of that. So now you got all these picks, but you have nobody to pick from.
Yeah.
So that's to me, that's dumb to stockpile picks in the NBA, at least. The way the landscape of the NBA looks now. What Mel say? They have no clue about the official start dates of the NBA. Oh, I have no clue. Come on, Mel. You're supposed to be our expert, man. We count on you, man. We count on you.
All credibility out the window.
Okay, so all right, so no, I just looked it up.
All right, go ahead.
So pretty much, the NBA league year ends right after the finals ends.
Okay.
And then it's supposed to pick up, right. Hold on. Okay, so it says the draft. California Classic, Summer League. What does this say? Teams can begin negotiation free agents August 2nd. So I'm assuming that's when trades get pushed through too at the same time. Kind of similar to NFL. Once free agency starts, that's when the trades are finalized. So you're talking about another month and that. Pretty much another 2 months before those trades get finalized.
Okay.
Or a month and a couple of weeks. So I mean, I guess if need be, I mean, some of those trades that are in works right now that have already agreed to can be nixed, can be outbidded, you know. So, in my opinion, if you still want a player that's been reported trade, still make a shot for it, crack for it. You might give up a better trade partner than the previous agreed party to. So who knows?
But going back to Charlotte, man, I think Charlotte gonna mess up what they got, man. I think they got a good nucleus down there. I think they're gonna screw that up. I just think they just gonna mess that up, man. You know, they're only a few players away from actually being a playoff contending team.
On a consistent basis too.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm like, they need to get Mike. They need to get Mike up out of there, man.
Anthony saying, "Well, he's majority owner. I don't want to get him out of there,
man. Get him. Send him, tell him they gambling in Vegas. Go out there.
Stockpiling picks helps for certain teams. Not every team is purpose to win. The NBA is the real business, not so much the individual teams."
Okay.
Fair point. I hear you. I definitely agree on that certain teams can only pock style for who aren't purpose to win. Obviously, the Knicks ain't purpose to win. I mean, they gotta do something to at least start attracting star power.
That's one of their problems right there.
Or you have to hit the bet at the right time, or get extremely lucky to get the lottery.
Well, they was hoping that the lottery was Zion Williamson, and they lost it. They didn't get it.
Off with John Morant at number 2.
I know the Knicks, but leave them alone. He said, "What's everybody's favorite football team?"
He's a Knicks a Jets fan. Obviously, you know that. Mel, he's from Detroit, so he roots for that sorry ass team.
Why can't you say the Lions, bro? Why we gotta do that? You ain't say sorry ass Jets, but you gotta say sorry ass Lions. What we doing?
All I'm saying is that this offseason, Mel's superstar wide receiver did not want out. So if anyone's should be
they running people out of Kansas City.
We got people trying to get to our team. You got people trying to go to Tua, who's more accurate.
Right. It's a better accurate quarterback.
Hey, he can go to Tua. I mean, we're still close to it.
I'm going to reference that every time we talk about the Chiefs. Like, man, if they lose a game like they will to the Chargers,
they should have had Tua.
Like, man, if they had Tua.
Tua would have made that pass.
Hey, Mel, we know we're sorry. Right. He don't know yet.
You don't know yet. You still in denial.
Denial is more than a river, my friend.
Wow. Hopefully, I mean, this won't be the last
Patrick
time.
Mahomes is the second coming of Steelberg.
What? I can't.
He said KC is my second favorite team. Okay.
Yeah. Arkansas ain't too far from Missouri. Well, state under Missouri, but I'm like, it's like
he's 14. Mom lives in Kansas City. Mar, you got a story to tell?
Shit.
I'm kidding, man. I'm just kidding.
Hey. I already know. Hey, I wasn't even busting off in anyway. MJ took the Bobcats out of debt into being way above water. MJ is doing a great job as a businessman, but he hasn't had huge success putting a contender on the floor.
Well, so he needs to take his. No, I just think if you look at his track record of picking players and stuff like that, he doesn't do a great job. So if you're saying he's a good businessman, let him handle the day-to-day operation. Let somebody else pick the players.
A lot of these people, that's the most important part, right?
So my thing is, you can't say you can't have it both ways. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're good at one thing, and you bad at something else, then in totality you're not doing great at your job. You're only just good at one thing. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is like a great leader or a great CEO, whatever you want to call it. knows, say, okay, this is what I'm good at. I put other people around me that's good at other things that I'm weak at, and so together,
and learn from them.
and learn from them. Together, we make a great organization.
Yeah.
And you got to look at it from the flip side. If you're running the business poorly, you're not going to get names to come there because they see that it's not a well-oiled ship on and off the court, right? Now that you're starting to show that you're running the business the right way, and now you got somebody like Melo, who looks like he's about to be a superstar, right?
Right.
Yeah,
now,
but got to waste his career though.
Around the league, and they're like, now maybe this could be a destination.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm going to make money on and off the court. The business is being run the right way, and we got a superstar there who's distributing the ball nicely and making some big shots.
Mm-hmm.
Now is when you could start to see the snowball roll downhill and then grow on the court.
Well, let's just look at his track. Look at Jordan's track record since he's been in Charlotte. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
He's had up and down squads. Hasn't had, he's not the GM, Mel, but he is the owner. When you are the owner, you are the beginning and the end of an organization. And if you're not putting the right people in the right spot, you're not putting aces in places, that's your fault. That's his responsibility to make sure that he put the right people in the right spots to make his team successful. You had Steve Clifford. He gets him to the playoffs. Then somehow he ends up firing him. Now he just hiring him back 3 years later. It's like, to me, it's like, you can't make that decisions like that. If he was your guy that got you to the playoffs and you felt that, hey, all we're doing is getting to the playoffs and we're getting first and second round exit, we get our stealing, then you get rid of him. You know,
isn't Jordan like Elway? Aren't they like the head of like the team's operations as well as like part owner? Aren't they like team president or head of like? Isn't Elway head of football operations? So you know, they're not making a move without Elway's blessing. The GM can do whatever he wants, but Elway is going to sign off on it as the head of football operations. Well, I think Jordan's like the same thing. He's
at one point, Elway was the GM, and he just made moves.
But when he moved to the higher position, he still has say in personnel.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
And I think that's what Jordan is in Charlotte. He's not the GM. He's not doing it. But you're not making a move without his blessing.
Oh yeah.
So they're very similar. They're not the GM label, but they are the final say on players.
It's similar as in their voices will be heard on personnel decisions, yes. But Michael Jordan being a majority owner, you know, he is the end all be all. You know, he's responsible with everything that is Charlotte Hornets related. You know, and
Jordan is so good. He is a minority and majority owner. He's black, Lamar. Minority. But again, it was a play on words. He's a minority and majority owner.
Hey man, Jordan's black.
Is he?
I never noticed.
Go on the court. Donkey as an owner. No.
I didn't see color with Jordan. I just saw a blur.
Hey, like Mike, I want to be like Mike. he was a blur. He
greatest commercial ever.
No,
greatest series of commercials ever. Greatest song for a commercial.
Bad movie though. Bad movie.
Was Space Jam?
No, the movie with Bow Wow when he had the shoes.
Like Mike.
Well, that's like Mike.
He was little Bow Wow when he made the movie.
Yeah,
he was like, God, I don't be little Bow Wow no more. I gotta separate myself from that film.
He's still little. I understand.
I know, but didn't he like one day declare he's just Bow Wow now?
I'm saying, but he's still little, so it don't matter.
He was the original little.
MJ and Jerry
little briefcase, little toaster, little microwave. Like all these guys got crazy fucking rap names with little in front of it.
Killing the teams. Jerry Jones is killing his team in a very negative way.
I'm here for it. I plant my flag. Michael Jordan with Jima. I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, Michael Jordan is just killing his team by not having right people in the right place and not like. When he had Kemba Walker, really didn't put nothing around him. You know, you giving Nicholas Batum crazy money, and he robbed you. He finessed you. Now you got LaMelo Ball and Miles Bridges and Terry Rozier. You got a nice little core you could build around. But then you go give money to Gordon Hayward.
Miles Bridges might be leaving.
If he was,
I know. They was talking about the
free agent or trade.
I don't know. But I know the Pistons was talking about trying to get him, throw money at him.
I love that you can have like tampering in the NBA and like it's okay.
Yeah, I was listening
like,
to a bunch of
for Patrick Mahomes. I can't say it as an organization.
Right.
I'm just saying it because Mar, you're in the red. So
the Maple
first player that popped into my head.
RJ Barrett or the Maple.
I can't talk about it, but in the NBA, you could be like, "Yo, we want to get this guy, this guy, this guy." They're all under contract. We don't care. It's the NBA.
I'm gonna go with Wiggins.
Oh, to answer Jets fans, Arkansas Jets fans question. I definitely
right now it's Wiggins.
Right, yeah, right now.
Barrett in 4 or 5 years
might be a different conversation.
He gets out of the Knicks, could be really good.
Yeah.
Well, if you look at it, RJ Barrett is probably the only bright spot right now on the damn Knicks squad.
Yeah, I mean, they love Obi's dunking, but
yeah, I get that.
Moving the win needle at this point.
Movie made in Charlotte that killed the team. Not giving. What's the move? Oh, what's the move in Charlotte that killed?
No. I'm saying Kimba spit.
Letting Jordan make personnel decisions is that answer.
Yeah, but I'm saying Kimba's whole time in Charlotte, he spent almost 8-9 years there. And what roster did you give to help Kimba succeed? It's not like Jordan put some good role players around Kimba to help them.
I mean, to be fair, you think that I could see getting Gordon Hayward. You thought he rekindled some of that magic.
For what? Gordon Hayward?
Yeah.
No. You don't give Gordon Hayward money.
At least one player that got overpaid. Y'all tripping. Barrett is emerging as a solid player. Got his average up to 20. Got his rebound.
You got role players making $25 million a year in the NBA. So there's multiple players on each time. The team getting overpaid.
What I'm saying is, you draft LaMelo Ball. You Miles Bridges was another draft pick. So you got young guys that you're not paying a lot of money to that you can help build around. Terry Rozier, you gave him money to get him out away from Boston. Why you give Gordon Hayward money? You don't give him no money. Gordon Hayward is known to be a finesser. Why would you give him money? That was a bad move.
You saying Gordon Hayward is the Kirk Cousins of the NBA?
Bruh, Gordon Hayward and both Nicholas Batum finessed the shit out of Jordan, bro.
I just had to throw a Kirk Cousins reference in. That's all.
Do you not remember? Did y'all forget how Nicholas Batum finessed Michael Jordan out of money, bro?
Let me tell you about Kirk Cousins.
So did Juanita.
This weekend. I cursed.
No, she heard that, dog.
It's a tongue twister. I got to try to get this out.
Go ahead.
I cursed Kirk Cousins so much this weekend. My boy was here all week, and we had like a Madden series, and I whooped his ass with the Browns 64-34 in Madden. And then what we do is you hit the random button 10 times, and you got to play with that team. I got Minnesota. So I'm coming off a 30-point victory. I'm feeling like a king of the world. And the first 3 passes this little bitch Cousins threw were picked off. 2 of them he took back for interceptions. I was down 21-0 before I could even get a burp out.
Oh, and
I'm like, goddamn. Hey, bro. Mel's right. Fuck Kirk Cousins.
Hey, 21
had 12% completion percentage at halftime.
Hey, 21-0. Hey, we used to play in college 21-0. That was a skunk review. You gotta come off the sticks, bro. You ain't coming back.
That's an average Sunday for Kirk Cousins.
Let me ask you guys a question, and let me ask Melvin and Matt this question to everyone in the chat. Barrett is emerging as a solid player. Got his average up to 20 points per game. Got his rebounding up also.
Okay.
Do you think he's closer to his floor or closer to his ceiling as a player at 20 a game? Do you think there's much room for him to improve, or do you think he's going to be like a Pippen, like a 18 to 22 point scorer his whole career? Some big games where he's the guy, and then other games where he's not. You know what I mean?
Right. I think he's closer to a ceiling.
I agree. Like I think he's very close.
I think he may go up a few here and there, but I don't think he's going much further than that.
I don't think you're going to see like a meteoric rise. I don't think he's that player. I think he's much closer to maxing out the type of player he's going to be. And that has nothing to do with him playing at Duke, and that has nothing to do with him playing for the Knicks, who both teams I despise. But I just think he is what he is. I think he'd be a nice number 2, but I don't
Oh,
think
he's a great
be a number 2 on a championship team. I think if
he's
he
a
got
great
the right
addition to
if
the
he's
right
a number
team.
3 player, he could be a championship team. Like Wiggins was the 3rd guy on the Warriors. Sometimes the 2, and even some of the games he was like 1. I see that with Barrett. I think Wiggins and Barrett is a very good comparison because they're never going to win being the guy, but being the guy to the guy, or the guy to the guy to the guy, is like their niche in the NBA, which isn't bad, right?
Yeah.
It's not like I'm shitting on him. I just think that's how I see the player. What do you guys think?
I agree. I'm trying to see some of these comments too.
No, I agree with you. Look, RJ Barrett's good. Look, if you ask me, if there was going to be a Duke player that'll last and actually make a lasting impact on the NBA, I probably wouldn't have said RJ Barrett, but it looks like he might be the guy. For some reason, these Duke guys can't stick around in the NBA.
Team around Kemba Walker. Come on, Lamar. Kemba ain't Kobe or LeBron. If you get a generational talent and fail to build around him, that's bad. But Kemba,
hey, first of all, Kemba, for what Charlotte had, he was their star. All I'm saying is if you had that piece that is your star, and you don't build around him, you can't. You're not expected to get success. So even if you get a playoff appearance, that's success.
Oh,
but to me,
I got a good one.
Just getting to a playoff, to me, you should want for more. And as Jordan and the kind of mindset that he played for, I'm just confused on his mindset as an owner isn't in the same, level of energy as in I want success. Because right now he's not showing me that he wants success as an owner. Because now you got LaMelo Ball and Miles Bridges and Terry Rozier. You could a nice little 3-piece that you can do something nice, and you throw in Gordon Hayward. Why would you waste money on Gordon Hayward? You wasted money on Nicholas Batum when you had Kemba Walker. You're wasting money on cats that have finessed you that didn't give you nowhere close to your return on investment. You're not allocating your money towards talent that's going to give you your return on investment and actually give you a chance to succeed. That's all I'm saying about Michael Jordan as an owner. He's not showing me that. That's all I'm saying. So it's just weird. Of a GOAT on the court is not translating to being a comparable owner. That's all I'm saying. I just need a competent. Just give me competent level.
I think Kemba is a very good analogy for Barrett. You're never going to be above a 7 or 8 seed if that's your main guy. You need other guys around that guy to be better.
Yeah.
I think Kemba, since it's what we're talking about, I'm thinking about it while you guys are talking. I think Kemba is like Barrett. If Barrett's the guy on your team,
and we talk, and just to clarify,
player,
we talk about Kemba Walker in Charlotte. That was coming off how his college career went in Connecticut. He was a dog, Connecticut. So when he got to Charlotte, that same mentality transferred over.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't talking about this Kemba Walker that can't stay on the basketball team right now. I'm talking about when Kemba Walker was in Charlotte, he was that man in Charlotte.
Why? Because his quickness was what got him all his shots, and he buried those open shots.
He did.
Right?
Yeah.
He started to come on the scene a little bit in Chicago. He had some big games. He was mostly a 6-man to start his career and then developed nicely. And then he went to Charlotte, and that's what was at his peak. But now as you're getting older and you lose that step and you're not –
it ain't there no more for him.
Yeah. I mean, Curry's still 6'3". That ain't Kemba, right? So Curry can get that shot off.
Come on, Mel. Stick with Mel. You stick with the talking points, bro. I'm not talking just because I'm talking about realistic things. Michael Jordan is failing as an owner is because he is not putting out competent team that is winning anything.
Yeah, but Kemba was also in Boston before Tatum was Tatum.
No, but I'm saying, like, what has Charlotte Hornets won under Michael Jordan? What have they won? Have they even won a playoff game?
They even win the lottery?
They get swept when they go to the playoffs. They can't even win a game in the play-in tournament. Well, the biggest point is there's talent there on the squad, and you're not building a competent team because you're not putting the right people in the right places. You're not. Mitch Kupchak is not the right guy you should have as general manager. Get him up out of there. All right, get him up out of there. You inexplicably got rid of Steve Clifford the first time to get James Borrego, and he's done nothing for you. And now you go back to James Clifford. Like that's come on, like if a girlfriend cheats on you, you gonna go back to her? Hey, I don't.
How good was the puppy? Asking for a friend.
I never thought we'd talk about basketball in the state of North Carolina this much, and it's not North Carolina or Duke.
What do you mean you can't build around Kemba Walker? If he's your point guard, you need a shooting guard. You need
But
a
he's
center.
not your number one player. He's a role player. If he's
It don't matter. You build him because he's part of that. You built a team.
Are you just
So-
saying build around him because
I don't
he's
think-
the first player there? Are you saying
I think that's what he's.
Well, that's what
I
I'm
think
saying.
most of what he's saying. I don't think he's
Right.
talking about.
Kemba Walker
That's where I
spent-
think you and Melvin Wall are butting heads.
Kemba Walker
You're saying
spent
build around
8-9
him, Nelson.
years there. He spent 8-9 years there.
Correct.
So therefore,
So you're not
you
saying
build-
build around him like he's Kobe or LeBron, and you're failing to build around a superstar. You're saying
course.
build
Hey,
around, wait. Let me clarify this because I think you and Mel are taking the same.
Kimba's nowhere
statement.
close to Kobe. I get
So
that.
you're just saying
I
build
think we
around
all
him
get
because
that.
he was the best player on the team
On
at
that
that
team.
time.
At that point in time.
I think
Yeah,
Melvin
and-
Wall's
and-
taking it as build
and
around
Jordan
him
fell.
because he's a superstar and you build around a superstar. So I think you two are butting heads coming at the same statement from a different approach.
Well, let's look at how they build teams now in the NBA. It's not saying, hey, we drafted a guy. He's going to be here for a minimum 5-6 years, hopefully. Let's make sure that we got a squad with him. Have pieces of talent around him on the roster that can help make the team. Nowadays is, hey, how quick can we get 2, maybe 3 superstars and then fill the rest of the roster up?
Like I think LaMelo is on the verge of becoming a superstar, and I think that's somebody.
LaMelo?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Right?
no.
That's the ball that's there, right? Like that's somebody
we
you
100%
build around with
100%
Melvin Wall's
agree right
approach.
there. We
But
100% agree right there.
It meets your approach too because he's already there. So I just think you guys were.
Well, I'm just saying you drafted LaMelo, so you already invested in him, and yes, he is on that transition to be a superstar.
Mhm.
So you definitely build around him. But adding Gordon Hayward, who just finessed you, ain't the right move. That ain't it.
Tried
It's
though,
stupid
right?
to build around a
They
player
tried, they
unless
just
they
failed.
are complete.
I wouldn't even try
You
that.
should always try to build
Yeah,
a
'cause he
competitive
wasn't the
team
same
with
player
good
at the end.
depth, then get superstars. All right, I don't disagree with that, but I guess based on what Lamar is saying, I mean, you got to take it from that. His argument is you draft him to your team. He's the best player on your team. Whether he's the third best player, fourth best, whatever, put some people that can complement what you already have. So I guess build around, maybe that's not the right word choice or whatever. The clock don't start until you get a superstar.
That's not you can
The clock starts. In that case, then why the coach gets fired?
and then
You know
now
what
you're
I'm
bringing
saying?
them back.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying in general, the clock starts as soon as you draft somebody. So if you draft a player X and you're the coach there, the clock is ticking. Whether you get a superstar or not.
Mhm.
Now, I mean, but going back to your original point, I guess it's more, if you look at it from a standpoint, if I have player X, or let's say Kemba, so we're talking about Kemba on your team, and that's who you have, and do you never put anything on the team better, since we're saying he's not a superstar, you don't ever get anything on the team
You
better,
never add a player at the same level of quality that
Or
you
better.
see Kemba Walker or better. Yeah.
then you're saying that's a failure.
To me, that's a failure.
Okay. Now there you go.
But because there's not at one point in the time that Kemba Walker was there that Michael Jordan had a player that you see at the same level as Kemba or better. I just didn't see that because I mean the whole time I lived in Charlotte, I'm looking wasting money going on Hornets games, and you ain't putting a quality.
Was they Hornets or Bobcats there?
Well, either way, he took them over when they were still Bobcats, and then changed them back to the Hornets. Once New Orleans released the name and changed to Pelicans. So, but either way, it's come on. I can look at numerous times that Jordan has gave money to some players that had a moment, looked like they was going to be a superstar. They get to Charlotte and he finesses them. You know, like I said, Batum and Gordon Hayward, the first two off the top of my mind. Then he kept drafting Carolina players. Then he kept drafting Duke players.
Mel said drop the links.
just because you've seen all these Duke players and Carolina players play in your backyard. Al Jefferson wasn't hitting on like that. He was a good role player, bro. But he wasn't the number one option over Kemba. You know that. Come on, Mel. I mean, and I want you to get on camera when I drop you this link to Melvin Wall.
I'm doing it now.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah,
I want to apologize to Anthony Price because there goes any chance of us getting to football talk today.
I just sent it.
Jefferson was but he wasn't He wasn't the number one scoring option.
Anthony, throw me your football question real quick before.
Yeah, what was your football?
I know I was waiting for it too, and I'm looking at the time. I'm like, there's no way we get to that.
I mean, we could probably squeeze it in, like talk.
Oh no, it's going to be too good of a conversation to change the topic. Is what I'm saying.
Sorry, man. I need to bomb this thing. These gnats on my nerve.
By the way, they should have built around Muggsy Bogues in the 90s.
I love that a 14-year-old kid. This kid is very, very good with his knowledge.
Now you turn your camera on, Melvin Wall. You turn your camera on. I want you to see me. You turn your camera on.
I'm in the car, man. Can y'all hear me good?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Bro.
All right, go ahead, Lamar. Let me understand your full thing before I say something, because I don't want to misquote you.
Now I got you. Hey, just so everybody, this is Melvin Wall, a good contributor to the show, part of the Man Down Sports. Y'all make sure y'all give them a like, follow, and share on Facebook and YouTube as well. Right. So check them out, Man Down Sports. But what I'm saying, Mel, is the whole time that I lived in Charlotte, and since Jordan has taken it over, when he had Kemba Walker for 8-9 years, there wasn't another player on that roster that you saw comparable to, I guess, star level as Kemba, at the same level, if not above Kemba. And that's what I meant, as in, you're not putting other pieces around him to make your team competitive, to, make playoff appearances on a consistent basis, if not go deep into the playoffs, or get into conference championship conversation or finals championship conversation. And now, as I didn't see you waste money on Nicholas Batum.
I'm spraying this thing on bug spray.
I thought it was Lysol. I thought you
and especially Gordon Hayward, because you drafted LaMelo Ball, you drafted Miles Bridges, you actually spent money on Terry Rozier. I thought that's a good little three-piece. You could start building a competitive team, but you throw in Gordon Hayward. You wasted money on that. So him as an owner, I'm just like, hey, I don't know what he's doing. It just doesn't look like he has that same competitive drive to win as an owner as he did as a player. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to address everything you said, and I'm gonna try not to miss none of it. So first, the not bringing in another all-star caliber player that's on the same level with Kemba or above, I disagree with that, because they brought in Big Al Jefferson, and they actually went to the playoffs with Big Al Jefferson as their best player, and he was an all-star that year as well. It's just unfortunate when you make the 8th or the 7th seed and you end up in the East facing the Miami Heat Big Three with Wade, Bosh, and LeBron. That's why Melo didn't go as far as he wanted to when he was with the Knicks. Man, he kept running into Miami. It's just unfortunate when it's a super team that exists and you get them in the first round. So, so they had Big Al Jefferson.
Which I did
and
Al.
Yeah, I like Big Al. I like Big Al. They got him with almost too late. They got him when he had like 4 years left, and then he started getting hurt, and he couldn't last long, man. But Big Al was he was
they caught the last of his prime. They caught the last of his prime.
I believe if I'm correct, Al Jefferson, New Jersey's own.
Thank you, Nick.
He might be.
He played high school ball like 15 minutes from here.
Oh yeah, and he'll monster. And he came out. He got drafted out of high school too. A complete monster. So then they brought in Dwight Howard for a year, and he dominated. That was his first healthy season after LA, or after the Rockets. He had the back surgery. He got hurt again with the Rockets.
Then he went to Atlanta. Then next year he came to Charlotte. I remember that.
Charlotte, right, for 1 year, and he had a good season. He was healthy the whole season. He dominated, but something hit the media, and people said he was a bad locker room guy, and they end up letting him go. Right. So they tried 2 big men with Kemba, and the issue with having a 5'8", 5'9" point guard be your best player and your primary scorer, it's easy to lock them up in the playoffs. It's just too easy to say, hey, we need a bucket. Give it to our 5'8", 165-pound point guard and go get us a bucket. And that's what happens. You just can't have a 5'8" guy be your number one. It's just not a good thing. And Michael Jordan saw that, and when it came time to re-sign Kemba did not want to leave.
Yeah.
And that's something that Nick said earlier. He was saying when you start building a good culture, guys want to come there, guys are attracted there, guys don't want to leave. If you look at everybody right now, Miles Bridges want the max. He don't want to leave Charlotte. LaMelo Ball already said he don't want to leave Charlotte. Kemba Walker cried. They tried to trade Kemba Walker on his contract year at the deadline, and Kemba Walker was crying.
No, I agree with you because I lived in Charlotte, and I remember the story very vividly. Kemba did not want to leave. The only problem is Jordan told him truthfully. He said, "Bro, I'll give you the max, but understand if I give you the max, I can't put much around you."
Which is facts, because if I'm a little guy and I get the max and I can't even get us past the first round, how can I build around you and help you? That's why I said you do not build around anything less than a superstar. If you don't have a superstar, your clock doesn't start to build around a player. That's one
of the great things about the NBA, though. You see it all the time. They will trade you away. If they will cut ties with you quickly in the NBA if you are not the superstar, and they will try to reset quickly. They'll hit that reset button if you are not the guy that they think they are.
Correct. Because
they will bounce you in a heartbeat and say, time to reset. That's not the guy to get it done.
Right. Because it's called outplaying your contract, right? Where Kemba Walker turned himself into an all-star and was averaging 26, 27 points a game. And that made him eligible for a max contract. So he outplayed what he really should be at, which is a third star behind 2 superstars, right? He outplayed and now he's eligible for LeBron James money.
It's kind of like Julius Randle with the Knicks last year,
right?
Because he was the only option, so it was almost like stat padding because Barrett hadn't become much yet, so his numbers were so inflated because lack of options.
Correct. So once Michael Jordan figured out, man, I can't have him as my best player and win, he had to hit the reset button. And when he tried to trade Kemba, he got emotional and he kept him an extra year. And then he ended up having to trade him to a contender. He did him a favor and said, I'm going to trade you to the Celtics.
Boston. Yep.
Right? I'm going to trade you to the Celtics. But that was smart by him.
Which how he got Terry Rozier back in the deal.
Well, actually, he traded him for something else, and then he signed Terry Rozier that summer in free agency, right? Which is weird.
I'd rather have the old Houston Oilers running back Mike Rozier.
Boy, it was crazy. So look, I'll wrap it up real quick though. So basically, what MJ said is, all right, I got to find my superstar. I say don't judge a owner or coach or you can judge a coach because you can see what they're doing X and O's wise, but as far as whoever is supposed to be building around or putting a team together, you can't really start that clock until the superstar shows up. Like you can go to any GM right now and ask me what they done without a superstar. Even Popovich is the GM in San Antonio, and he don't have a superstar.
Hey man, let me ask you this. Has the superstar in Charlotte not showed up? LaMelo Ball's there.
But you got to be a superstar. So now if he was a superstar, start the clock. Now let's see what MJ does. Is he going to keep Miles Bridges or give him the max? Or is he going to fight? You get what I'm saying? Now start the clock on that. Let's see what he does around Melo. Not Kimball.
No. And trust me, that's still part of my main point too. I mean, wasting money on Gordon Hayward. Why you got LaMelo Ball, Rozier, and Bridges? I didn't like that move. I don't like this move of you. You had Clifford, who actually got you to the playoffs. Then you clip him for Borrego. Now you clip Borrego, and you go back to Clifford. Like it. Come on, man.
Did you like the move of him hiring Atkins from the Warriors?
No, and the reason why I didn't like it is because it's almost like those coaching trees, like in the NFL, like people pick from Patriots trees, thinking it's going to lead to success. And I see people year in and year out snatch from the Warriors coaching tree as if it brings success, and it just hasn't. So I hate
because
Atkins not really from the Warriors coaching tree. Atkins made his name with the Brooklyn Nets, and taking them to the playoffs with D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah, but I'm just saying the fact that he's coming off a coaching staff that just won the championship. That's all.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, when you 3 days before the draft and the coach you hired turns around and say I'm not coming.
Yeah, it changes their mind. That
like what do you go from there? I got a familiar coach that, hey, at least you got me to the playoffs. He's willing to come back, or do you go back and start interviewing guys all over again? Darvin Ham's already snatched up. I mean, who's left?
Now you got a point. You got a point, right? But I guess you would at some point try to exhaust all options before going back to a comfortable. Decision.
I get it. What would be your best suggestion though? A coach that's never coached before as a head coach. I mean, because that's all that's left.
Matt said Mark Jackson.
Yeah, but hey, let's move off of Mark Jackson. He's not coming off the booth. All right, he is. Look, he's getting good.
He comfortable.
I'm saying he getting good Mickey Mouse money. Let's call it what it is. When Disney is paying you, it comes with a lot of commas and zeros. So you going back into a coaching lifestyle, which is 24/7 pretty much.
And it's less stressful,
and probably not even if he came back and beat the Hornets, he'll make millions, but not what he can do sitting there talking about the game instead of coaching.
I thought you were talking about Mel's dating life, and you said comas and zeros.
No, we know he got zero. We got that. Hey, but I'm just saying, commas and zeros talk at all points.
Don't forget the commas.
Hey, but Wall, since we got you here, real quick, and then we'll finish up the show because we got about like 10 minutes left. And we'll hit with Anthony Price's talk. So now 20 or 24 been settled, and the same accusers are now going after the Houston Texans.
Really?
Yeah.
They filed the lawsuit today saying that the data that came out about Watson using the Houston facility and them setting this stuff up, that they facilitated assaults. Yep. So now instead of, you don't go after the millionaire, you can go after the billionaire. Right?
Now it makes it sound. I'm gonna let Mel answer. What do you think about that, Mel?
That's the question. You already done, Lamar?
Yeah, go ahead. Because I want your opinion on it. Like,
my God! First of all, I seen the headline where they said that the Texans might have been complicit. But I didn't know that it was lawsuits going after the Texans as well.
Just got filed today, this morning, like 11:30.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, you can't say that confirms that this is a money grab. You can't say that, but for me personally, I mean, come on, are you surprised? I mean, this lawyer has been following the blueprint on what you're supposed to do to get that money. He knows this is like. There's no penalty if you do this and fail at it and it don't come by. And everyone in the media and everybody in the public is gonna help you demonize the person, and you're gonna get that money. But basically, what happened was the NFL seemed like they came to Deshaun Watson, was like, bro, you're not gonna play because as long as you out there practicing, they're just gonna keep adding lawsuits and every time they add a lawsuit, more people in the media is fresh and it's a fresh take on it, and it looks worse, and look, man, just kill it, just settle, forget it, man. They're not gonna stop. They're gonna keep coming after you. And now that they got you on the ropes, they're like, okay, well, we can keep going after the Texans as well, and they're gonna rely on us in the public and the media again to be on their side and do their punching for them.
Right.
Yeah, you settled 20 out of 24 2 weeks ago, and then right away you were like, all right, we're going to process the paperwork now. This is closed. This is in the past. Now we go after the bigger fish. You already got one payday. Let's go get a bigger payday.
I mean, Mel, you said everything I was going to say. I give a good analogy. A friend of mine, I went to Little Caesars, got some pizza. He got a slice. I was carrying a medium pizza. We riding our bikes back to the house. Dog come chasing us. First he chased my boy. See, he had a little small pizza. He chased him. He looked over at me and said, I had the medium piece. He started chasing me. That's what it seemed like to me. They saw Deshaun. Deshaun was the slice. Oh, the Texas ball, they the medium pizza. Yep. It's the same thing. And that's what it seems like to me. It seems like, oh, okay, we can get more money over here. Let's move over here.
Hey, Anthony, that's a business decision. You need this to go away.
Yeah.
You need it to go away.
It's been proven so many times that things get, especially civil suits, get settled just so it can go away, and you can move on. It's cheaper. It's cheaper in the long run and more advantageous for you to settle it and move on with it.
Hey, here's one thing that
I'm waiting for pizza to be delivered. Now he's got to worry about a dog attacking him.
So
Go ahead, man.
Go ahead, Walker.
Go ahead, man.
I just wanted to say something to Mr. Price. And those type of knee-jerk reactions, like, oh, if you settled, you must be guilty, or if it's 24, it's got to be some truth to it. You know, they're counting on us in the public and in the media to have knee-jerk emotional reactions to things like that in order for them to achieve their goal. Right. But if we're well informed, patient, let due process be the due process, and actually look into every detail one by one, and not take every case as just one big old melting pot of you know what I'm saying. If we actually approach it like that, we would see exactly what the grand jury saw, which is there's no proof of any of this.
Right.
To even file any charges but they're counting on us to be ill-informed and emotional and have knee-jerk reactions. So don't do it.
Yeah,
I agree 100%. Wholeheartedly.
And if I'm Davis Mills, there's no way I'm even going on a fucking date while I'm in the city of Houston.
Oh, Davis Mills.
Davis Mills. Right.
I don't want to look at a girl. I ain't talking to a girl. I'm shutting my DMs down. I'm going to be straight and narrow.
Hey, man, you just don't do like Deshaun did. Deshaun did.
Well, hey, look, I'll say this, and I've said it before. I just thought he was just being careless and sloppy. But to me,
man,
he's just a freak. He's just a king. He's found him nothing guilty. And, you know, it was just, he got caught up in the media.
Ooh, you see that?
He got the hearing tomorrow. So he has the hearing tomorrow. And then they'll probably within a week give a.
So what does that do for you as the Cleveland Browns if they suspend him indefinitely?
Boy, you better go kissing up the baker real quick, bro.
Nah, Jacoby Brissett gonna be starting. But this is my thing though. Like I said, man, it's just crazy for the NFL to say we're gonna suspend you.
Indefinitely though, bro.
Right, but basically what they're saying. All right, so I want everybody to go get that book I told Lamar about called Destroy a Man Now. Remember I told you about that book, Lamar?
Yeah.
She described to a T what this lawyer is doing. It's just perfect on how you destroy a powerful man with allegations. I mean, if you read that book, it goes. I mean, you can download the PDF for free, and read it. It's like 75 pages. I mean, it's exactly what's going on. This is how you do it, and they describe why you would do it as well. You know, and they talk about the role that the media play and the public plays as well. That's all it is. They know this is an easy money grab. These people are working. This is what they're doing for a living. They don't care nothing about.
They're
They
playing
don't care nothing about the
psychology.
truth.
No, they're playing psychology. It's a whole bunch of psych majors
Man,
who are literally looking at how people's brain work and operate, and they're playing it by science.
this has been going on for a long time, bro. If you look, look at the conflict in Guatemala. They took the number one.
I just didn't expect that thing.
Oh, I mean, you know, I'm a history guy. They took this number one PR guy, the same guy who got women to start smoking cigarettes, because back then was when it was a taboo for women to smoke cigarettes. He put out this PR thing, and all the women start smoking cigarettes. So he took the leader that they put into power in Guatemala and started this PR campaign and said that he was a communist and all this stuff to get him out, because there's a fruit company down there owning all the land, and they wanted to get rid of that fruit company because the president of Guatemala was giving the land back to the people. So this stuff been going on for years. You put the propaganda out there, and they count on people not to do any research. They have, like Mel said, do knee-jerk reactions, to just start reacting to things and just eat it up, and then it becomes a snowball, and it replaces the truth.
Right, and it become punishment. Like they're using the NFL to become punishment authority over Deshaun Watson, because they can't punish him in the court of law. So they're going to use the media, the public, to force the NFL to punish Deshaun. So not only do they get their money and their lawsuit they settled out, they get the money, and they get to see Deshaun Watson and get punished in the public eye.
Matt, I'm a numbers guy. It's 10 million per accuser, not one. If it's 240 million, it's 10 for the 24 accusers.
This is crazy, man.
I want to say
the NFL. Go ahead.
Earlier.
Go ahead.
He said something about they're doing textbook to destroy a man. I didn't know Texas was like Utah. Deshaun got married 24 times. Getting married will destroy a man.
Destroy a man. No, the divorce will destroy a man. Not the getting married part. It's divorce.
It's all links in the same chain, bro. One leads to the other.
Wow. Look.
Go ahead.
No.
Hey, before you close it, Lamar, on another note, not related to the topic.
Go ahead.
I told y'all I was in my car, and this is one thing that's like, if y'all ever come out here and visit Cali, this is one thing that y'all going to see that you probably won't see in no other city. Your dogs are allowed in any establishment.
That's
like
true.
I just seen this lady walk in the bank with her poodle on a leash. Like they be all up in Walmart. It don't matter where you at. The dogs are allowed in any establishment out here in San Diego, man. Is it like that? Are they doing the East Coast?
Some parts of North Carolina, they are very pro dog.
They do it in restaurants and stuff like that, but not like California. Because I got a lot of family in LA, so I've been to LA a lot, and I've seen it there. It's not just like LA. I mean, California in general, dogs everywhere.
Level. Yeah, they on a different level.
But here in North Carolina, they can have them in restaurants. Some restaurants have it where you can bring your dog in and sit, especially outside on the patio.
Yeah,
especially outside on the patio.
Some places still like they'll ask if he's a service dog, like to allow him in service.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like Cali though. It's not like Cali.
Not like Cali.
Nah, it don't even need to be no service dog out here, man. It could just be your little pooch.
Your dog up in church worshiping with you.
Yeah,
got his own little Bible.
Can I get an amen?
Jesus.
Yo, wow. But no. Hey, man. Hey, Walt.
At a wedding, and somebody goes, if anybody has anything, say now or forever hold your peace.
Hey, if that dog says that, there's a reason for that. Like, he done seen some shit. No, anyway. Hey, Walt, go ahead. Drop.
I appreciate you, though, man.
Drop your information on Man Down Sports real quick before we bounce.
Man Down Sports on YouTube, at Man Down P on Twitter, and Man Down Sports on Facebook. Man, check us out. Give us a sub. And come talk some trash with us, man. Just like we do on here.
No doubt. That's Melvin Wall, Man Down Sports. And on behalf of the I.O.W. Sports crew, of course, the big homie Nick Sean, Wildcard Mon, Detroit Mail. It's been a pleasure. Y'all come back and come kick it with us. Thursday? Thursday, 4
Yeah,
p.m. Eastern Standard
Thursday.
Time.
Right.
Episode
More
165.
comment before we go.
Go ahead, Nick.
They allow dogs in restaurants in California, and they also allow them to play quarterback in Houston. All right, now I'm out. Now.